Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Jini, and in today's video I'll show you guys the last part of my collection. So from my release versions Generation 1, Generation 2 and Generation 3 to the nanos as well as my Digimon devices. Those have a special place in my heart, so I'm very excited for this video. As always, I don't want to talk too much, so without further ado, let's get started. And I will start right away with the very first re-release of the original Tamagotchi that I owned, which is this Generation 1. As you can see, it has like sprinkles like a donut, and I think it really reminds me of my version 3 ice cream shell. I think they go very well together. Yeah, I still remember playing that and being frustrated with the minigame. Yeah, fun memories. Let's move on to my Generation 2, the winter stained glass shell. You may recognize this one from my review of the Tamagotchi Generation 2. Yeah, I wish I had the other stained glass shells. I think they're just so beautiful, but somehow they're really hard to come by here in Germany. I think my favorite is probably the autumn and the summer one. Then I have this very special Tamagotchi that I got from my Tama friends at a Tama meetup. I actually won this in a giveaway, and that's why it's very special to me. It's actually kind of milky, transparent, which I think is so unique. It's a very beloved Tamagotchi that I ran for quite a while. Then we move on to the Angel re-releases. This one you may also know from my review of the Tamagotchi Generation 3 or like Angel re-release. It's this beautiful transparent blue shell, and I also own the Angel reflection shell. Just looking at it now, I want to take it out and play it again, but this is definitely one of the most beautiful and mesmerizing shells I own. Okay, these were all of my re-release versions, Generation 1 to the Generation 3. Then I also own a few connection re-releases. The melon soda one. I think this is the first one I ever owned of the re-releases. When the melon soda re-release shell was first announced, I just couldn't believe it. I still remember that I was waiting out for the connection re-releases to release here in Germany, but I couldn't wait, so I ordered it from Amazon UK, I believe. You probably also know my cherry shell. I just think it's such a beautiful yet simple design. Just looking at it, I get a good mood from it. Of course, I also own the ice cream re-release shell. It's such a beautiful nostalgic shell for me. Just looking at it, it just brings me back to my childhood. It makes me feel kind of bittersweet, if that makes sense. Then I also own this strawberry milk shell. It has this pearlescent shell, and I'm so glad that they decided to re-release this one as well. And just like the cherry shell, just looking at it makes me really happy. Then I also have this pink magenta re-release shell, and you may also recognize this one from my connection re-release review. This is just a vibrant, also like mood-lifting color that I really like. The newest addition to my connection shells, which I'm very excited about, is this mezzo piano connection shell that comes with like an extra lanyard. I just think that the shell is so beautiful with the lace and the characters. I think there are not a lot of connection re-release shells with character designs. I'm very happy that I got my hands on this one. These were all of the re-release shells I own, so we'll now move on to my nanos. I've held this into the camera for so many times now, I've lost count. My Tamagotchi Nano, my Melody and Kuromi collaboration. I'm still running it. It's just such a easygoing, unneedy and uncomplicated device. Changing the batteries is kind of a hassle though. Maybe it's just me. We'll just continue with Sanrio, this Hello Kitty Tamagotchi. This is the older release. I also own the newer release here, the 50th anniversary release, and there are no big differences as far as I know. I do know that you can raise Neliachi on this one. I also own the My Melody version. I feel like it kind of pays homage to the Sanrio meets shell with the lace details, and it's just very dreamy looking. So between these two versions there are no differences in the gameplay, it's just the shells that look different. This is one of my favorite nanos ever. It's a Pui Pui Molka nano. The animations are so cute. If you don't know Pui Pui Molka, it's like a little stop motion series of guinea pig cars. It sounds crazy, but it's very cute. Such a cute series. And they also released the driving school version. This one features different characters and mini games. Very, very cute, these two. This is the Spy Family Tamagotchi Nano, and I also own the pink shell. I just couldn't resist. I'm a huge Spy Family fan. I love the pixelated versions of the characters, and for like anyone who's a fan of Spy Family, definitely have a look into the nanos. They're just so adorable. I wish there was like a color version of it. Then I also have the Gudetama Nano, and it came with this cute little case that actually even has like a little butt, which I think is so adorable. Yeah, you take care of Gudetama, obviously. It came out quite a few years ago. I'm just wondering now why it took them so long to bring out the Melody and Kuromi collaboration and now the Pom Pom Pudding one. I don't know why it took them so long. If you do happen to buy the nanos with the silicone cases, be careful because it's very difficult sometimes to get the nano back out of the case, so definitely pay attention there. Then I also own these two Demon Slayer nanos. The latest movie I've watched I think 3 times. Yeah. Demon Slayer is definitely one of my top 3 anime of all times. This is the first version of the Jujutsu Kaisen nanos, and this is the Gojo version. First, I was like a big fan of Jujutsu Kaisen. I don't know how I feel about the newest season though. I don't want to spoiler anyone, but I think it just all went downhill when that something happened with one specific person. Yeah, don't want to spoiler anyone, so I won't say much more than that. And now we'll move on to my Digimon devices. This is the first one I owned, the Digimon version 20th. I still remember that when I first got it, I didn't really know what to expect from it. When I started playing it, I totally fell in love. You take care of your Digimon, you can battle through quests. I think this is just such a cool concept. This is like the closest you can get to this feeling that you get with your Pokemon from the Pokemon games. And the Digimon sprites are really, really cute. I mean, look at them. They're so well done. The Digimon version X, I'd say this one is like an upgraded version of this one. It does feature less characters. I definitely prefer the battle system on the X. There's also kind of like a dice feature built into it that kind of influences a few things, and I just think it's a very, very well done V-Pad, especially for quite a reasonable price. At least here in Germany, you can get them for under 20 euros, I believe. This is the Digimon Color version 2, and it is rechargeable. So on the bottom side, there's like a silicone cover, and here you can see the port. You know how I feel about rechargeable devices. I do prefer non-chargeable ones, but with the Color Digimon, they're always rechargeable as far as I know. For that gameplay experience, I'll definitely take that. This is the Digimon Pendulum Deep Savers version. I also own it in the color version, and just being able to see all of the Digimon in color on the color version is just so amazing. It's like such a surreal experience. I also own these two pendulum devices, the Toho Braves and the Sayu Warriors. They are so amazing, and I was able to get through the last stage at a Tama meetup. Someone had a decom that was able to kind of emulate any Digimon you want. It made it possible for me to draw Gris with it. This is so cool. I was able to get Kaguyamon. I do think these are my favorite pendulums so far. But just a few weeks ago, a Digimon Pendulum Godzilla version was announced, and I think that this one has high potential to become my favorite. Speaking of Godzilla, here is my Digimon Godzilla 70th edition, and this shell is stunning. Right now in the packaging you can't see much, but I'll show you guys close-ups. It's such a beautiful design. Currently I am rewatching all of the Godzilla movies. For anyone who's like a fan of Digimon or Godzilla, can totally recommend this one. Maybe even more so the Pendulum, but we'll wait for that one to come out first. This is the Digimon Color Monster Hunter 20th edition. So all of the monsters are extremely detailed. I have made a review on this one. Here's like a little closer look of the monsters. Now that I'm looking at it, I might have to take it out again and run it again. Gameplay wise, it's exactly like the other Digimon devices that have like this brick shape, but especially the Godzilla one has a very nice mini game. Now we come to the last Digimon device that I own. It's not like a virtual pet as like the other Digimon devices I just showed you. This is the Digivice 25th Color Evolution. I'll show you guys a few close-ups. This device is not really like the other Digimon devices in the sense that you're not really raising a Digimon. It's more so like an adventure device that lets you explore a few areas and battle Digimon that's heavily based on the anime. The device can vibrate and even plays the music of the anime. There was definitely a lot of love put into this device. It's a fan favorite amongst the Digimon fans, and I totally get it. It's definitely what you could call like peak Digimon experience if we're talking about like V-pads and devices. Also, the screen is absolutely stunning. This is something I have to say about all of the Digimon devices. The screens are always so vibrant, very detailed also with the backgrounds. One last thing I wanted to show you guys, it's the newest addition to my collection. This is the Flower Go Walk color version. I've shown you guys my black and white version. Yeah, I loved the black and white screen version so much that I got this one as well. And as you can see, I crocheted this little case. I even made like a little cover for it that works with these little pearl buttons. I'm kind of obsessed with this device, and a few things are different than on the black and white screen version. Here, by the way, is the standby screen. I do know that some people wish like the screen was bigger, but I actually don't mind it. For anyone who doesn't know the Flower Go Walk, it is a V-pad by the artist Takashi Murakami. It's basically a pedometer virtual pet, but it's very fleshed out in my opinion. You're taking care of a flower, and by walking you can take care of it. You can visit different destinations, that you can encounter other flowers that you can cross-pollinate with and take over some of their features. It's very, very cute. I think that's it. So this concludes this video. I thank you guys so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed watching and listening to me talk about my devices. Thank you so much for your time. Take care, and I hope to see you next week. Bye!